Good evening from Washington, D.C. Much has happened since I arrived here 2 years ago. I've had a front row seat to the election and inauguration of President Biden, visits from the Prime Minister, the Foreign Minister and other senior ministers, the launch of the Quad Leaders Track, an expanded AUSMIN agenda, and of course the announcement of AUKUS, our groundbreaking defence capability partnership with the US and the UK. It's no exaggeration to say that AUKUS stands on the shoulders of the ANZUS Treaty and the trust maintained in the years since the treaty was first signed. Celebrating the 7th anniversary of ANZUS in the weeks before the announcement of AUKUS, I was reminded of the closeness of Australia and the United States, and this cannot be overstated. We have stood together for so many firsts, from the sombre, such as the Battle of Hamel more than 100 years ago, to the sublime, when Australian satellites broadcast Neil Armstrong's first step on the moon. For me personally, one remarkable first stands apart from the others. The first time this important treaty was invoked. When the terrorist attacks of September the 11th, 2001 occurred, we were the first nation in that dark hour to pledge our support for the United States, ahead even of NATO. All of us should be proud of Australia's swift and decisive actions. For Australians, it mattered to us to echo what we were seeing across the United States after those attacks, the courage and selflessness of first responders, and the generosity of the Americans who lined up across the country to donate blood or to take in stranded travellers. Australians identify deeply with the notion of digging in to help when it's needed. It's an important part of our national identity and something we share with Americans, and it is a hallmark of our resilience as nations and as people. The world today looks very different than it did 20 years ago when ANZUS was invoked for the first and only time. Recent events have underlined how quickly circumstances can change. As Australia faces new geostrategic challenges, we have deepened our relationships with our most trusted friends and allies, and we have recommitted to being a strong and reliable partner. One focused not only on defence capability, but also on contributing to our region's shared priorities, a clean energy future, pandemic recovery and resilience, and greater prosperity across the Indo-Pacific. But a free and open Indo-Pacific isn't just about keeping the peace or prosperity. Australia and the United States share a positive vision for the region, one that is grounded in the rule of law and decent, humane, universal values. The ANZUS Treaty that binds us carries immense symbolic importance. Its statement of profound solidarity has echoed across 7 decades of change in both of our nations and across the globe. But what brings it to life is the people, the enduring people-to-people links, the unforced camaraderie, that intangible but real capacity to get on with each other and work easily together that we call mateship. Before I finish, can I recognise the many presidents and prime ministers who have forged partnerships, but also the governments and public servants in both countries, the people who work across the years and indeed changing administrations to serve the best interests of both our nations. That mission is a national bipartisan endeavour, above politics, anchored in our years of shared purpose and trust. As we look ahead to the next 70 years of the Alliance, I can't presage what those will look like, but I know that we are stronger and the world is more secure when Australians and Americans work hand in hand. To the United States Study Centre, congratulations, not only on this wonderful event, but also on your excellent book, The Alliance at 70, and your landmark biannual reports that examine the state of the United States. Your ongoing analysis is critical to our understanding of this most important of alliances as we look ahead the next 100 years against an increasingly complex geopolitical landscape. I wish I could have joined you in person tonight, but please know that I am raising a glass to you here in Washington and wishing all of you in attendance there in the Great Hall of our wonderful Parliament a fantastic, fun evening.